All right, guys, check this out. Look at this little papaya tree just starting to come in. This one was long and lanky. I topped it, but I know it's going to start to grow side shoots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to overwinter these. Obviously, I'm going to put these in a slightly larger pot. They will go dormant, but I'm glad that it's starting like this now because by next year, I can have some beautiful papayas. I also want to show you guys something really cool here. These papaya trees here are doing phenomenal, as you can see. I got a papaya tree here in a container, and then I've got this papaya tree here in a container. Okay, so they are doing fantastic. I've got one growing in the ground, which obviously what I'm going to do is just leave it there doing what it needs to do. But look how big this papaya tree actually is, and that's because it's growing on the ground. So what I'm going to do with the ones that I have in these containers, I'm going to overwinter them, and then I'm going to plant them on the ground where they're going to grow gigantic and actually give me some beautiful papayas. Now I saw a couple I've got over here as well that I want to show you. I've got another one over here. As you can see, look how pretty this one looks. That's another one that I'm going to be taking care of and overwintering. But I've got one here that grew volunteer. This is where my watermelons were, and it must have been a seed in the compost because I didn't plant this here. And you can see how beautiful this looks. Now, I could be a menace and basically try to take it out of the ground and put it in a container and then overwinter it because it is fairly high. It is on a raised hump there, so maybe the roots aren't so deep, but usually when they're in containers, I've taken them out and pruned the roots. Little transplant shock happens, but you can see that this one's even got papayas already forming on them, as you can see. And I've got this one in a container here too, you see. And I've got another baby one growing right next to it, which means that it must have been in the compost as well. Now I've got one here that I'm definitely going to be uprooting. I'm going to be taking it out of the ground, which ended up growing voluntarily as well. And it's this one. Now this one's small, and this is very, very soft soil here. This is actually a raised bed. This is where my watermelons were growing, which we had a nice harvest of. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig that one up and put that one in a container. And I should be good because I did put my last year's trees in containers, and I was overwintering them, but I left them in the greenhouse. I went to New York, and when I came back, I didn't have the heat on, and they ended up freezing. And I thought that they were going to bounce back, but they died because they're very sensitive to cold. They don't necessarily tolerate any kind of frosty conditions at all. Look how beautiful my my avocado tree looks. This is my avocado tree, and I've got a couple more I have growing. Look at my Papaya aquatica. My money tree looks amazing in full sun. Look at the. I love these papaya trees. Are probably one of my favorite trees. Just so you know, amazing trees. I got a nice production of figs on this. That's also in containers. But I want to show you guys real quickly before we cut this one out. I want to show you my avocado that I started this year. Look, you see. I started this avocado. This is probably like a couple months old, maybe less. And then I've got another one over here. You see? I started them as the pit in water. I waited till the root came out. I had a little stem come out on top, and boom, beautiful. My son got me this prickly pear cactus. It was literally just that piece. And I said, let's plant it in the soil together, and look at this. That's amazing. But look at these papaya trees. Look how cool this looks, huh? Miniature ones, because I grew them in these small little containers. This, it actually like bent with. We had a heavy rainstorm and it bent a little bit, so I topped this off. But you can see here, it's already got. I don't know if the camera could catch that, but it's got a little nodule that'll grow from there. So I'm not worried about that. But that's all I wanted to show you for this video are my papaya trees. I love papaya trees. They're my favorite trees. I think they're beautiful. And yeah, I was hoping to have papayas this year, but I made the mistake of they weren't overwintered properly. So this year I'm not making that mistake. I'm actually gonna take care of them this year, and we'll make sure that everything works out perfectly the way it's supposed to. Look at another money tree here, and another money tree here in full sun. Looking amazing. I bought that one really small too. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk soon.